Hello and welcome to NFT Decree. I'm Barry and it is land opening time for Dark Country, at least on Wax. The Flow Marketplace still not quite being ready yet, but it's here. It was delayed from yesterday while they did the pre-minting, and now we're good to go. So, I have 4 ranchos and 3 mare packs, but we'll start with the mare packs to see what happens. And let's ring the bell. So we're looking for... oh, it's on pause, so we can't start yet. No problem, I just thought I'd get carried away and get started. So, let's talk about lands, because I keep saying I was going to talk about them, and I never really did. So let's have a look at what we're getting. So lands are the... sort of a layer above the game, right? So the game now becomes the card game, the player versus player card game becomes one smaller part of the Dark Country game as a whole, where now you can manage your lands and do other stuff. So if we scroll through, basically you own a bit of land and you can earn shadow dimes, right? So shadow dimes are going to be the in-game currency. On your land, you can rent your land to someone for them to manage it for you. You can enable card borrowing, so all those people with all those Exodus cards that I need, I'll be hanging out on their their lands to get the cards that I need for my decks. Farm NFTs and more, so I presume that these aren't going to necessarily be transferable, but they might be. But it's still not 100% clear what's involved. Then you can build up your lands, so your lands can have all these different things on them. Those could be what it says here. So blacksmith, place to buy and sell items. Black market, place to buy and sell items. Blacksmith, place to craft weapons. Tailor for clothes. Tavern for quest. Now it says tavern, but it's got saloon here, so I don't think it's 100%. It'll be interesting once it's live, right, to see what the proper versions are, because there's stuff on here like butcher, but there's no butcher mentioned here, so it looks like there's lots of different kinds of lands, and most of interest probably the guild house, right? So if we are if we're part of the Mythics Guild, this is where we'll hopefully be able to run quests for everybody and get everybody shares of stuff, but again, we don't know till it's live. Then on the lands you can also explore, right? So completing quests, you'll need heroes. Send your heroes off to beat things, come back with different goods. You'll see at the top here the sort of different goods which you probably use to build up the levels on the housings or on the properties that you have. Then create, upgrade cards, craft clothes, weapons and scrolls. Don't know what scrolls are, that's not really come up. And same thing with clothes and weapons, but I presume that's sort of cosmetics, right? But maybe not. Maybe it could have some sort of gameplay function. And summon minions. Again, don't know what that does. Maybe it protects you against... Maybe there'll be PvP on the lands as well. Like it's not 100% clear yet. And then the economy. So the lands are going to generate from this shadow dime pool. So if you're on our planet, you know that every collection has its own pool, and then that's distributed between everybody that owns it. So here you earn the shadow dimes, and then on your land you can either use them to bet, or I'm assuming, right, to bet on the card game battles, which increases your notoriety effectively in the land. You can spend them within the land itself, right, so that's just a loop, goes round. You can upgrade your stuff, so you get better rewards from that, or you can use your shadow dimes to go on quests and gather stuff or gain stuff, which you can then put back into, it says deck here, but it would probably come back into land. You probably get resources and such like there, but it looks like you can also then push that through to play the game there. So each continent is 100 by 100 square, right? So 10,000 pieces of land total. 6,000 of which are kept by Dark Country to manage their own stuff, right? So they can run events and stuff on there. But 4,000 pieces of lands are for landlords. So each continent is a blockchain. We're going to be opening the Wax blockchain just now. The Flow blockchain opening is not yet available. So if you were, let me just drag that over as well. So the Flow blockchain here. The unpacker's not ready yet, so that'll happen a bit later. But let's have a look at what we're trying to get. So if you're on this outer square, then that's your common lands, your rare lands. Into the middle you get your epic lands, your legendary lands, and then in the middle there's only 10 of these, but 10 slots are your mythical lands. Now there's no whilst the farming rate goes back, talks about what you're going to get from your shadow dimes and such like, there's not that much of a difference between sort of these levels that it would make it so that a common land's useless, but obviously mythical lands are what we want, right? I mean, you always want the best thing you can get. And then these are the NFTs themselves. You can see what it kind of looks like. Now what it does look like to me is the advantage of having the mythical land, and whether this is just the NFT or whether this is actual gameplay stuff, is that it's bigger. So the common land's much smaller. Seems like there's less you can build on a common land, working your way up, but that might just be a cosmetic thing for these NFTs. And then so here's, you can buy on Flow and Atomic Market, but let's now see if we are able to open them. No. So we're still on pause. So maybe I got excited when I saw that the unpacker was available, and fired it up. So I have 3 mare packs. Let's see if we can get the odds. Let me see if I can find the odds for what's in what. If I go to my inventory, if I go to Dark Country, if I fire up the details for each. So within the mare packs you get 3 lands. So those 3 lands, 0.36% chance of getting a mythic. So theoretically, you combine that across your 3 lands. I think this is each, right? It's not per pack, it's per land. So it's about 1% in a mare pack for a mythic. I've got 3 of these. 3%, I mean, it's not great odds, but it's a chance, right? But most likely, of course, you're just going to get 3 commons, right? So 75% of them are going to be commons. But if we can get a mythic, obviously golden. If we can't, then well, that's life. And then if we come across to the ranchos, then you can buy this from if you want. It's mint number 69, and I'm selling it for 6,969 wax. But here your rates are reduced, right? So I've got 4 of these, so even that's less than one, a combined total for the mare packs, a single mare pack. So if I go back to the unpacker, I mean, we're just kind of hoping it opens here. Unpacker, back in. No, this isn't what I want. Let me go back. So if I go to my items, if I go to, where is unpacker? Unpackers, into lands. Try again. Wait for the error message. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. Can't use boosters, so you can get boosters that increase the rarity of the cards you get in the standard packs, right, for cards, but you can't use boosters on these, which is a shame, because I definitely use them. So it's unpacker/land, gotcha. And so now I'll sit in Discord and wait with everybody, also trying to open it. All this waiting for me to get 3 commons. Yep, you're not wrong. That's the most likely outcome. Well, I'll just keep an eye on Discord, wait till somebody says they're able to open it. What else do we need to look at for lands? I mean, not too much, right? Because there's not that much information yet on what the gameplay is going to look like, and once we've opened them, there's not going to be immediate utility with them. You can't start running quests immediately. Still another week or so. They need to get the the Flow marketplace up and running, so they had to develop with the Flow developers this marketplace just for them, because there is no Flow's marketplaces are few and far between. They've got the Vive, right, so the VIV3 marketplace, but it's not really an open one, and I need to see what's happening. They need to build this, and they'll have to build the unpacker as well on here. If we go to the market, let's have a look at what the cheapest one is here. So these were as low as sort of 4.5 flow, but more commonly they're about 6. And this is just the bonus pack. It's 5 vampire cards. So the flow cards come with the flow land packs come with vampire cards, which the wax cards don't come with. So part of the deal with Flow was to have some sort of exclusive, and that is a series of vampire cards. There's 50 different vampire cards, I think that's right anyway, and they will be exclusive on the Flow blockchain. But what lands allow for with the enable card borrowing is that within the game, even if you're on wax, you'll still be able to borrow cards from Flow players, and eventually they will have other blockchains as well, and perhaps again exclusive cards. So wax at the moment obviously has the standard cards, the cultist pack, and the Exodus cards, which aren't really available on Flow, right? You can't buy them on Flow. Whether or not standard cards become available or not, TBC, right? But you'll be able to, it would give some real utility between the different blockchains having land by having access to the exclusive cards. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that in the grand scheme of things, because it just forces you to be on more blockchains you perhaps don't want to be. If they renew Ethereum, because this started on Ethereum, and like OpenSea was where you used to buy packs and stuff, then maybe, because I'm already on Ethereum, but if they end up going on if they're on Matic, maybe, like, so I already have to do that with the horses, right? So Zedrun has to be on there. So the team at DC just now on Discord telling you to wait, make sure they can test it. They're saying don't risk it right now. It's working, but we are testing. So I don't really want to risk that either, because I don't want to lose my 3 mythics that I'm getting out of my 1 mare pack. Imagine. But anyway, yeah, so the different blockchains will have probably different cards, and they might even have different functions of the land eventually, maybe like exclusive buildings or something that you can only get on each blockchain. I don't know, I don't mind it so much. Like Matic I'm on, it depends what those other blockchains are, right? I mean, even Flow is not a great blockchain because they've had to reinvent the wheel for a lot of things, including, like, the marketplace. Which has been a big part of the delay. So this was supposed to come out yesterday. They were waiting for the Flow lands to open first, but the guys at Flow were unable to push through the opener for them. So we've gone with wax first, and obviously wax was how I got into it in the first place. What else is there on here? Well, the thing is, we just don't know, right? I mean, this is interesting. I want to know if they've got more lore, if they've got more the world of Dark Country, because obviously they've got this map, right, and then they've got all these bits of art, and then they've got this, which is the continent. But this is the same picture that they've got for Flow and wax, so it can't be the same continent, if that's how they're wanting to work it, unless they wanted to divide. In fact, they could chop it off in the middle, right? If you take it around the epic lands, then you've got 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's only 6 in that case, and they said there was going to be 7. All very interesting. Let's look at the Medium post as well while we're waiting. So this was the introduction, but it's mostly gone over what's there. So here you've got the world map, then your continent map, which is what we're looking at. So there's a level above that again with the world map and the land plots. We've seen this. We kind of discussed these, but we don't 100% know how it works. But here's the, so you can farm NFTs. Hopefully that, you know, they're usable NFTs and not just cosmetic ones or stakeable ones, right, to get shadow dimes or whatever. You can enable card borrowing, which is, like I say, we're going to have something to do. You can rent your land to someone. Now I'm going to have quite a few lands, so I'm not against renting them out. It depends how it works again. Like, I'm probably going to focus a lot of my efforts on a single land that I have and try and build that up, and then, you know, work our way out there. But if other people can run it for me and have their own stuff, right, if they've got their own cards, particularly if anybody's sitting on a whole ton of Exodus cards but didn't buy any land, by all means, you know, I'll happily let you run it in exchange for access to your cards. Get your fees, get your adventures, your shadow dimes. Now it's only got the same list of what they kind of had. Oh no, there's different ones here than what we said. So looking between Black Market, Blacksmith, Tailor, Tavern, Alchemy Lab, Library, Mercenary Outpost, and then we've got Saloon, which I think is Tavern, Barracks. Maybe Barracks is Mercenary Outpost. Arena's probably play the game. Town Hall, don't know. Guildhouse, don't know. Butcher, don't know. So there's definitely more things out there. And you can explore, complete quests. So you need heroes. Heroes are another type of thing. Run into adventures. Is that run adventures or run into adventures? Interesting. Because if you could run your own adventures, that would be pretty interesting for us as a guild. Then the economy, so you earn shadow dimes. So the fixed pool, like our planet, so 100 billion shadow dimes. 30 billion from people playing, 20 billion from people staking. So I mean, with the death of our planet and Ether, definitely take all my Dark Country cards out and start staking them, or start renting them, you know, whatever. If people need cards, I should make them as available as possible. Then create special buildings, and then build your stuff. So landlord, main idea is to make your land as attractive as possible. So that is have all of the locations that we said, have them as a high enough, you know, a level that's high enough, and make sure that people can earn on your land at a decent rate. A deck with 5 Dark Country cards. Now I think this is for going on like little adventures, because obviously that's not a PvP deck, right? You need 40 cards for a PvP deck, but you can go on a little adventure as long as you've got some cards, and that's just like one pack of cards, so it should be fine. And then stuff, right? I mean, all of this doesn't. What I really want is, you know, a DC hero. I don't have any DC heroes, but they're super expensive because it means you don't have to check it all the time. So the way I understand it is that, you know, if you send a common hero out, you have to come back every 2 hours to keep doing it. You know, legendary heroes are once a day, mythic heroes every 3 days, and DC heroes, you know, once a week. So getting one of them and being able to just kind of fire and forget it is pretty good, but I don't have any. So when they do another pack opening, when they do more hero packs, then I'll definitely get a few to try and get a DC hero. You need food, so we need to generate food. Don't know how that works. I guess the butcher. Maybe you have to go kill creatures to get stuff for the butcher that feeds land. Not sure. You get different rewards depending on the difficulty. And then things like this are interesting, but I think this again just for questing. Obviously not going to be balanced for the PvP, but you'll be able to change the values of some cards on your lands to make some cards better on your lands than other lands. So let's say you wanted to have Crusaders be say you were a Crusader stronghold and you were able to reduce the cost of all Crusaders by 1 or something. That's fairly interesting. Then people would be using those, and then you want to rent out Crusader cards on your land maybe, or people with lots of Crusader cards would come to your land. All very interesting. So I got so I think people are opening them now. I'll risk it. I'll push the button. Here we go. No, Unpacker is on pause. It's working. I got my common land. Well, I got nothing. So if I refresh, what happens? Unpackers, land. Yeah, people are getting stuff. How are they getting stuff? 2 commons. Well, what if I control RR? So what was it? It was Unpacker / land. Why didn't that do anything? Unpacker. Yeah, this. Interesting. Unpackers land. One more time. Oh. I still get on pause message. How are people managing to open them? Maybe they're opening their ranchos first. I could try it, I guess. Oh, so rancho's open. Okay, it's something. But you need to be able to let the mare packs open as well. So, can I tell what it is? Is it going to load? Do I just have to push the button? Alright, I'm clicking claim. Yay. Approve. Rare. Okay, well that's fine for a start, I guess. I mean, it's something. Right, so that opens. Mare packs. Don't open yet. I mean, what I really want to do is open the... I want to open the mare packs because they've got a better chance. On pause. Oh well, I guess we open another rancho. Right, let's see what we get for the second one. So 1 rare, 2 rares. Lucky, lucky. I might as well just open them all, right? Right, I must be due a comment now. Or maybe it's a mythic. Yeah, common. That's okay. Now they're all pre-minted, which is something, I guess. But I don't really know how that works. So 2 commons, 2 rares. Meh, that's okay. I forget what I said the chances were for the... That's a mare's pack. So rancho rares were... Yeah, I mean that's not super far off, right? I mean it's better for me, obviously, but... not too good. And then we just can't get the mare packs open, right? Nah. So I guess we wait a minute, see if we can fix it. Now, how can I see my stuff? I'll go to my inventory. Whole bunch of cogs. So inventory, dark country. Let's fire up. So here we can see got rare land, 2 common lands, 2 rares, 2 commons. Yeah, I mean it's something. Number 90. So you can see they're pre-minted, so you get a random number on them. Obviously could have got, you know, mint number 1 rare, which despite doing nothing different would have been more valuable. Now the reason to, despite the fact they're pre-minted, right? you still, there's so many things that go wrong on these, you probably still want to open them early. But it's a gamble, right? Sometimes they don't work early and sometimes they work better early. Shall we have a look, see if anybody's got any mythics yet? So if we go to Dark Country, Land, and I mean, people are selling these for more than the cost of a rancho, which is silly because so we've got one epic. I mean, that is a punchy price to go in at. I mean, good luck. Let's have a look. So if we sort by epic, so there's just the one. If we sort by rare, then I mean, people are very much overvaluing these as far as I'm concerned. And then common. If we go price lowest, that's not accurate. Whenever you do things quickly, whenever you try and filter on here quickly, so 4,000 is about the cheapest. I mean, that's still overpriced because their land pack lowest price is. No, if your lowest price is 4k, I mean, you would just buy one of these and hope not to get a common, right? You'd hope to get something better than a common. So yeah. So Atomic Hub, if there's too many gifts on a page, it breaks. Yeah. So that's bust. Right, mare time. Let's try again. Nope. Well, this video is going longer than anticipated. So I've still got 3 mares packs, which we know. Cheeky owl bear. Paid through the nose for that, even though it was getting nerfed. Still a good card to have. So if we go into, so I want to see newest, rare. I mean, I might. If people were paying this, are people paying for any of these yet? No, nothing's sold yet, which doesn't surprise me. Like I'd list a rare land for 15,000 wax. With the assumption I can buy them back cheaper. Probably not too far into the future. I mean, it's 1 in 5. You're 1 in 5 for a rare land, give or take. Rare or better. So I guess if a pack is 4k, then it would be, 12. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is still overpriced. Let me open my mares. I'm not saying anything on that. Please. I don't know, just gotta keep trying, I guess. How can... So, conservative estimate for 2 weeks for the next update, next patch. So that's pretty good. Hopefully they take some of the changes I suggested on board. I did redo the whole game. Obviously going to be difficult to implement some of them, but things should get closer to being balanced. Mare pack's being worked on? Question mark. Because I would like, I'd like it to work, to be honest. Now there's another opening later for the Horrors, right? So ultra rare the Horrors. I might see. I've got a stag do this weekend, so I'm probably not going to be around much. I probably won't get a chance to buy any packs. I didn't get involved in the first set of the Horrors, but they're doing an open sale with commons being effectively mint on demand, and the upper rarities being fixed, kind of fixed limit there. but based on the amount of packs people buy. So, it could be interesting. But that's not what we're looking for here. Let's try opening a pack again. Oh, we're in! We're in! Right, I'll let people know. Mayor's open. Right, claim. So 1 rare land, okay. Whoa, legendary, baby. And, I thought it was maybe going to go up and... But legendary's good. Come on, mythical, baby. Mythical. Give me the mythical. I mean, I'll take a whole bunch of legendaries. I'm not going to be upset about that. Common, boo. Common, boo. Rare. Also boo. Right, last chance. Last chance. Can we get one? Common. Epic. Common. Oh well. I mean, legendary's still okay, right? No mythics for me. I mean, to be fair, there's only like 10 of them, right? Was that how many there was total? Yeah, just 10 mythical lands. There's only 50 legendary lands, so I mean that's still, pretty rare, right? So this will be where I'm spending most of my effort. If I go back to my stuff, give it a refresh. Where is it? Where is it? Ooh, should we see what people are selling them for? I want to know. So somebody's got a mythic apparently. Let's have a look. Wow. Show me the details on that. You're asking for $1.5 million for that. Well, good luck. If somebody buys that, it's certainly not going to be me. But that is cool. These coordinates, you know, if I look at mine, 1-5. Oh yeah, that's definitely the best legendary. I suppose 1-1's the best, right? But 39 of 50, 3 of 10. Cool, and I guess that's done. How many other legendaries have people got so far? Where was I? I was in here, right? I mean, I've got the only legendary. I could put it up. First mayor. 3 mayors, 4 ranchos. Done. So that is it. That is land opening done. The flow marketplace should be done next week, and so we'll get some more openings. Now in here we do actually have governor's packs, so these are packs of 10. I've got one of these and 1 rancho, so I've got comparable amount of lands in here. Maybe get a legendary out of flow. Sorry, a mythic out of flow, and then game patch update. And otherwise I've got some other updates for some of the other games that I'm playing, so be sure to check back the channel, and until next time, this is NFT Decree signing off.